Hello people of YouTube, Jonas is back with more Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. In this part we are going to be doing Chapter 2, Rescue. And big surprise, this is a little bit of rescue here. Here we meet Rhys and he's all like, "Hey Titania, I got this letter from a nice strange man with an axe and missing a couple of teeth. Looks sort of like a bandit, but he was a nice man." And Titania's like, "What the crap? Oh no, we gotta run." And Rhys is like, "What?" And then Rhys reads the letter, he's like, "Oh crap, I gotta tell these guys." And everybody's like, "Yo, what's up, dogs?" And then they're all like, "What the crap? Mr. Rolf got taken. Yes, we gotta go save them." Mrs. Ike's sister, Rolf is Boyd and Oscar's brother. I should clarify that really quick. So they rush on ahead, even though Titania said to wait. And they're all like, "Man, there was this path. I don't know where to go." And then Oscar and Rhys are like, "Oh my gosh, you dinguses." So then they find the bandit hole. Because everybody knows where the bandits are. I don't know why. The bandits would say like, "Hey, come to our base," or whatever. Anyway, so the bandits want, these are the same bandits from Chapter 1, and they want some revenge on Titania, who could have theoretically single-handedly beat the chapter. But that's besides the point. Anyway, so you start this chapter with Oscar, Ike, Boyd, and Rhys. Rhys, this is one of my favorite characters in the game because he is the first priest you get, and he is extremely helpful. I'm not saying you have to use him, but during the early stages of the game, he helps a lot to have a healer, because you only have so many vulneraries. Anyways, so let me go find, oh my gosh, and I should really get this stuff prepared. There you go. So, Rhys himself, his stats aren't the best, as he has medium HP, very little strength, as he doesn't have anything that would help him with it. He has pretty good magic, pretty good skill, speed, pretty good luck, defense, and pretty good resistance. But once again, where he really shines is the fact that he has healing. Just helps so much. It's, you do get units later in the game that are capable of healing, but this first healer is amazing. Also, Rhys is the one priest in the game that you get, and the one person that can use light magic. You don't get too much light magic, but it is kind of awkward when you get it to not be able to use it. So that's why I really enjoy using Rhys. Now, you do get plenty of other healers, because the three mages you get can turn into people that can use staves. You get a Pegasus that can use a staff, and you get a cleric that can use a staff. The difference between a cleric is that a cleric turns into a Valkyrie, which uses swords, which doesn't help her in the magic sense. She has very little strength, and she can't use light magic, so it doesn't really help you there. Also, light magic and staff stat are the same. Crap, I'm getting a phone call. Who's this from? It's 800 service. Okay. I guess you're just gonna have to deal with that. So anyways, what I like to do with this chapter is I like to send everybody into the top left corner. That way the people in the top left corner can't attack you from behind. Shut up, phone. And always keep... Okay, you done? Okay, you done. So, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale comes out tomorrow. I didn't realize that was so soon. By the way, I missed my chance to get a Wii U. That upsets me so much. And according to my GameStop, they aren't getting another shipment till next year. And like, I'm really upset about that. So, you know, I'll live with it, I guess. I'm gonna see if I can order one online or something, but I don't know. Anyways, that's completely besides the point. I was talking about this chapter. I like to send everybody into the top left corner in order to prevent from getting attacked behind. Now, Rhys being a priest, you'd imagine he's extremely squishy, and he will die very easily. So, obviously what you do is you don't send him up in the front. Now, Now that you do have a priest, though, you can let the rest of your units be a lot more risky, which is really nice, because after they go in, just have Rhys go and heal them up. Also something I like to do is every single turn, no matter how little HP it is to heal, even if it's 1 hit point, because when a character levels up and gains an HP point, they still, like, that piece of HP will still be damage that a priest can heal up, which is really nice. So I like to take those instances in order to have a priest, have my healers use their staves in order to heal up, that way they gain more experience, and that's the quickest way to do it. Also, for Rhys, I do use bonus experience just to save myself a lot of effort, and that's really nice. But priests will not be squishy in the sense that they can take magical attacks, but that's all mages are magic users. Magic users will not take a lot of damage from other magic users, and vice versa. Well, it's not necessarily that physical units aren't going to take little damage from physical guys, though, so I guess it's not exactly true. Anyways, now Titania will arrive after the second turn, and if you want to use her, once again, feel free to. I just don't use pre-promoted units, because I'm a butt like that. Except for technically one. But it's not, she's not really pre-promoted the same unit. Whatever. You'll find out about that later. And even if I decide to use that unit, maybe I won't. Let's find out, won't we? Anyways, that's completely besides the point. So now I'm just sending everybody over to the east in order to, you know, finish off this chapter. And luckily, there's like a kind of a choke point here, which helps out. Okay, so Titania arrives on the second turn. Feel free to use her if you want to, but I don't use her. There, you see those like glowing bushes that are glowing-ish? They are heal bushes, and if you put a character on it, they will recover like 2 or 3 HP per turn. It's very irritating in the sense that it's 2 or 3 HP, and I'm like, ugh, 2 or 3 HP. I have to wait way too long. So once again, it's better just to use your priest. Well, once again, you don't have to use a priest theoretically, but it helps so much to have a healer. That you could just not give him experience by using those heal shrubs. Enemies will use them, and I don't think I've ever seen them actually be helpful to an enemy unit. Now there we see that I got a steel axe from that enemy, but once again, I didn't trade Ike's inventory around so that he would be holding on to that, so that he wouldn't be throwing away an iron sword. I should be using Titania more as a storage unit since you don't get access to the convoy till after Chapter 8. Okay, but anyways, Ike also leveled up his sword stat there, and the way that weapon stats work is every time you attack something, you gain 1 point in it. It isn't noticeable in this game, as there's no way to really track it besides you write it down yourself. But it is like, let's say the number is 50. After attacking 50 times with your sword, you will level up your sword, and that's the way it works for every single type of weapon in the game, including staves. Like every time Rhys will heal somebody, he increases 1 point on his staff so that eventually he'll reach a higher rank in it so that he can use better staves. The higher your rank, the better weapons you can use. There are items that you can also use to increase it, so keep that in mind. Anyways, right here we're just finishing off these 4 last enemies, and they're just very like clumped up here, so I'm trying to make sure that the boss dude isn't going to cause us too much trouble, because he can insta-kill, well, he can't insta-kill all my units, but he can do a lot of damage, so I don't want to have him, but he has very low accuracy, seeing as he uses axes, which is something I don't particularly like about the beginning of this game, that the enemies seem to have very low accuracy at the beginning, which I guess is also helpful because, you know, makes it easier on me, I guess. But at the same point, it's like, it's a little bit too easy for that reason. So as you see, Ike has a level up wound here, because 22 to 23, and then I just have Rhys do that so he gains a little bit more experience, which is always nice. So just with these last 2 enemies, I'm just gonna finish them off and be all done with this chapter. Also what I'm doing is I'm speeding up the footage in order to not take too much time because I don't want to have my commentary drag on for too long, and I don't want you to have to sit through this for too long. But right here, Void gets a critical strike. Yes, critical strikes will do 3 times the amount of damage as a normal hit, and they are freaking beautiful in how epic they make you feel when you see them. So that's what Void got there, and when enemies get them, it's the worst thing ever. You get them, you feel awesome when you do it. But enemies also tend to have 0% critical chance, so that you don't get screwed over. Occasionally you will run into sword users, and those are the ones that you need to watch out that might have a little bit of a percent chance and will cause you to just reset your game. As I said, if a unit dies in this game, they are gone forever. So right here I decide I'm gonna give Void the honor of finishing off this guy since he got the first critical strike of the LP. I think he's deserving of it. Anyways, so that is the final enemy of this chapter. What you had to do, because I didn't make the point clear, is that you have to defeat every single enemy. It also gives you a speed wing, which will raise the base speed of whoever uses it. And right here, we discovered there's one bandit left, and it's all like, oh crap, what are we gonna do? He's using Mist and Rolf as bargaining tokens, and he says that we all need to lower our weapons. So everybody, of course, lowers their weapon, and yeah, it's like, oh, okay, I guess we just all better should follow. Now, Rhys, man, Rhys, you should really lower that weapon. But then right as he's about to kill Rolf, oh wait, he did kill Rolf. Oh, wait a second. Shinon to the rescue! That's Shinon and Gatri. We will be introduced to them more next chapter, but Shinon's a pre-promoted unit, so that's why he's so awesome. Anyways, if you're so 7, like, forget to do thumbs below, big yellow or good, but if you want to, you can comment, based on your criticism. Bye.